Well, today is rack installation day. Hooray. So one of the things we have to remove are the tail light assemblies so that we can get up to the bolts up here, I believe. I believe that's the reason we're doing that. And working on the other side, so we're going to pop that out. It was a little tight for that last one. And then we got to remove the Ramboxes, which we will take all these bolts down through here and up on top and down underneath there, and a few all around. There's probably 15 or so bolts, I guess. We'll count them out, or just take them out primarily, and then we can lift those out so we can get to the access to these plates here, whereas we're going to pull these out, and that's where the rack bolts in, and get these Ramboxes out of here shortly and go from there. We got the Ramboxes out of here. They weren't too bad. They only weigh about, I guess, 25 pounds a piece. They were pretty easy to get out. So now we are getting ready to try to pull these caps off without destroying the tabs. We'll see how well that works. And then, of course, we can mount our parts on there, or our rack. So moving along pretty good so far. Well, we got the plastic off, but they did not come off easy. So we ended up kind of breaking some of the tabs, getting them off, but that's okay. I don't think I'll ever need them back on there, and if I do, I'll just have to buy some more plastic pieces, but I'm not worried about it. But it looks pretty good now that we got those off, and yeah, we'll be getting the rack on there before too long. All right, so we got the most of the rack assembled here. We got to get the crossbars on there. So anyway, over on this side, that piece of rubber sticking out a little bit, but I can trim that up, and it's pretty level over here. It's pretty flush. Better than the other side, but you know, overall looks pretty good. I ended up putting a washer under back in here to lift this corner up so this back corner didn't stick up as far, because it was doing that before I had that washer on there. And the same thing on this side. Now over here on the driver's side, I guess it's probably just the way the truck is fabricated. It was a little lower over here, so I ended up wedging a couple of washers underneath there to keep this rubber gasket up higher. And unfortunately, it kind of pulled this up a little bit here. I'm gonna touch that up with some red paint, and I think overall, when I get it all back together, you won't see it. But definitely this side over here was the hardest. In fact, this bolt was a little tough. You had to go from underneath with a bunch of extensions to be able to tighten it up. So we're getting these 3 crossbars up here. It's looking good. I've got them spaced 30 inches apart. And yeah, it was getting better at locking them down. It definitely is a process to get them all locked down evenly. Gets better as you go along, but they look really good at this point. And we got to put the Ramboxes in, and then tail lights, and we should be good to go. Well, got it all back together now, and it's looking good. Overall, everything looks really good in place, and it's very sturdy. This end sticks up just a little bit, but I think I put some gasket material in there and you won't really see it too much. So there should be plenty of room for my tent to go up there, and the awnings off the side. So looking forward to getting that all mounted up. Well, got the rack all finalized here, and it's really sturdy. I think it'll bend the truck up before it actually bends the frame up, and I touched up the paint here. The only issue I had there is just we pulled this piece of metal up a little bit from when we were trying to tighten it, and should have put a washer underneath there, and I ended up putting some washers underneath there eventually. But overall, it looks good. And again, I've got this place back here. There's a gap, which I expected there was a gap, so I'll easily seal that up. I've got some different rubber gaskets to seal that up with, and it does stick up a little bit here, but overall, once you look at it, it looks fine. Getting ready to put the tent on this guy and getting it set up from there. Thanks for watching.